Hello everyone. Let's learn about evaporation and factors affecting it. Let's meet our friend Daisy. When her mother was spreading cloth over roof, she came up with a question. And the question is, how do the wet clothes dry up? Her friend replied, it is due to evaporation. What is evaporation? It is a process by which water is converted into vapor or liquid is converted into vapor at any temperature below its boiling point. Let's consider two cases. In first, take a pan and add some water into it and raise the temperature of pan up to 100 degrees Celsius. You will observe decrease in the water level as water is converted into vapor. Take second case, add water into an open tub and keep it as it is. Don't raise the temperature. After some time you will observe that level of water decreases again as water is converted into vapor. But here we are not raising the temperature. This conversion of liquid into vapor is occurring at the atmospheric temperature. There is no rise in temperature. So this process in which water evaporation is a process of change of liquid into vapor at any temperature below its boiling point. So in the second one, we are not raising the temperature. Conversion of liquid into vapor is occurring at any temperature and it should be below the boiling point of water. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. So in the first case, if you want to boil the water, you have to raise the temperature up to 100 degrees Celsius. But in second case, there is no specific temperature is required. The first case is called boiling of water, in which a specific temperature, that is 100 degrees Celsius, is required. The second case is called evaporation, in which liquid is converted into vapor but at any temperature below its boiling point. That is why the clothes that are dried up, they there is no need to raise the temperature. The water present in these cloth is converted into vapor and our clothes get dry up at the normal temperature. This process is called evaporation. Let's understand the process of evaporation. See, water molecules are attracted together by some force of attraction. If this force of attraction is broken down, then water can be easily converted into its vapor stage. So in order to convert water into vapor, we have to break that force of attraction. And that force of attraction can be broken down by energy. That energy is called kinetic energy. So let us consider that it is a water body and it is divided into two parts. First is upper layer, second blue one is lower layer. That below one, bottom layer, the pressure is high at the bottom. If pressure is high, then the water molecules are attracted together with a greater force of attraction, and if force of attraction is high, then water molecule cannot be broken down. But if we talk about the upper surface, water molecules are free to move. If something is freely moving, it possesses an energy called kinetic energy. If you are running, if you are moving, then you have an energy called kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is energy that is due to the motion. As at the upper surface, water are freely moving, so they have high kinetic energy. And if kinetic energy is high, then the force of attraction between the water molecule can be broken down and water can be easily converted into its vapor stage. So the surface particle has high kinetic energy, due to which it can easily break the force of attraction between the other particle and convert the water into vapor. This process is called evaporation. Daisy again asked, "Why does my mother spread out clothes while drying up?" Her friend replied, "There are some factors responsible for evaporation. First is an increase in surface area. With an increase in surface area, evaporation also increases. Let's have a look. If I give you a cup of coffee and if you are in hurry, how would you drink the cup of coffee fastly? You would probably pour the coffee in a saucer. What is saucer? Can you see this uh, cup plate like structure on which coffee is put? That is called saucer. If you pour the coffee in saucer, it will increase the surface area. In case of cup, the upper surface area is less. It means less water is evaporated, and in case of saucer, the surface area is larger. And if there is large surface area, then a large amount of water vapor can be evaporated. So, if you pour the coffee in saucer, you can drink it fastly. Then Daisy replied, "Now I understand why my mother completely spread out clothes while drying up. Because if we spread the clothes, surface area will increase, due to which evaporation becomes faster." Now Daisy's friend asked a question, "Why do clothes dry up fastly on sunny days?" Her friend replied, "On sunny day, the temperature is higher, and if the temperature is higher, the water molecule will move with a greater speed. Due to this increased speed, they will have high kinetic energy. And I already told you, in order to break the force of attraction between the water molecule, energy is required. If the water molecule have higher kinetic energy, it can easily break down the force of attraction between the water molecule, and water can easily be evaporated. When a temperature is increased, its kinetic energy also increases. As when as the kinetic and if the kinetic energy is increased, it can easily break the force of attraction between the water molecule, and evaporation will become fast. So now rises another question: why do clothes dry up faster on windy day as compared to humid day? Let us understand these terms first. Humid or humidity means the amount of water vapor present in atmosphere. If the day is very humid, it means a large amount of water vapors are already present in atmosphere. So water will not get evaporated as already there are large amount of water vapor. On contrast, on windy day, the wind will take all the water vapors present in atmosphere along with it. So there will be no water vapor at a particular area. So if the amount of water vapor will decrease, then the evaporation will increase. Wet clothes dry faster on windy days as it becomes easier for the water from the cloth to evaporate into the atmosphere, as strong winds help the evaporation of water from the cloth. On humid day, there is already enough water vapor in the air, hence the rate of evaporation is less.